Hello, my name is Vilsi. My register number is URK1144. I'll be discussing about experiment 2 for deep learning. And the aim is to implement a fully connected neural network for a regression task to predict house prices using the house price dataset. Here we will use the regression models to estimate the house price based on various input features like location and size, number of rooms. So the data set is pre-processed and it will be split into training and testing, and then we will normalize it, and then we will train a fully connected neural network with two hidden layers. So I'll be explaining the code now. So here we have imported all the libraries. Pandas is used for reading and manipulating tabular data, and NumPy is for numerical operations on arrays. Train test split is to split the data set into training and testing. And standard scaler is to normalize the features to maintain stability, because most of the times um, the numbers will not be in a proper format. So if you want to standardize it to -1 to 1 or 0 to 1, we need standard scalar. Then there is sequential and dense. So sequential is to define a linear stack of layers in Keras. Dense is for fully connected neural network layer, and input is to specify the input shape of the network. Adam is to optimize to update the weights during training. So here we have loaded the dataset house price CSV. So I had like uploaded that dataset in the file section, so we don't need a link here. To preview, we have done like data preview. We have given the head, so it will give the first 5 inputs in this. So first 5 rows of the dataset to understand the features and the target, that is the price. And then data drop price axis, that means X is the all the input features for prediction, and Y is a target column we want to predict. So X will be all the features like bedrooms, the square feet, everything, and this price column is Y. And X train, X test, Y train, and Y test. This one, this is for splitting the data into training 80% and testing 20, because we have given 0.2 here. And random state 42, it ensures reproducibility. And scalar, standard scalar is that 0 to 1 scaling. So we need to have all the features in a similar range. So fit transform will calculate the mean or standard deviation on the training data and scale it, and transforming is applying uh, that standardization into the data set. And sequential and dense, so input layer is a number of neurons, the number of features, that is first hidden layer is 64 neurons, and we've used ReLU activation function. Next hidden layer is 32 neurons, that is again a ReLU activation function. And output layer is 1 neuron. So because regression predicts only one value, we need only the price, that is why it is given as 1. And then we will compile it. So we have used optimizer as Adam. So learning rate is given 0.01, which will help converge the code faster. And loss function is the mean squared error. Loss function is mean squared error here. um, so because it's a regression task, and matrix is mean absolute error. And then we have trained the model, so we can see 100 epochs have been processed. So batch size is given as 32. So means the number of samples being processed before we update the weights. We cannot update the weights every single time. First 32 samples will be processed in a batch, and then it will keep updating. Validation split 0.1 means, like here we've given validation split 0.1 means 10% of the training data is being used for validation. And history will store all the loss and metrics. And like these are the 100 epochs which have been processed. And here we have given the evaluation like test loss and test mean square error. So we have evaluated this based on unseen data. We have already trained the data, so we need to test it on the unseen new data. And here we will predict the mean absolute error, which will show the average prediction error in price. And then yeah, we got the error as 193.178.6406. To test the final mean absolute error is 221.363.80. Um, so this is the graph which we got for training versus validation accuracy. So first, when we trained the epochs, the accuracy went very high. That means that the result which we will get, which will be predict, that will be highly good for producing more results. And validation accuracy is pretty much normal. It went up and then it was pretty much constant here. So there was not much loss in the training versus validation. uh, yes, and that's all for experiment 2. Thank you.